2011 NBA playoff matchups. I'm BJ Griffin. Alongside me will be Royal Gibson. Let's get into it. This is IBSports. I'm BJ Griffin. This is Royal Gibson. 2011 NFL playoffs. The matchups have been set for round one. We're going to talk about our favorite matchups, one in the East and one in the West. For the West, I am going to go with the Thunder and the Nuggets. Both of these teams, it seems like the Nuggets have upgraded since Carmelo left for the New York Knicks, and the Nuggets are doing their thing right now. They got some real key players that are making things happen. Nuggets are actually #1 in points per game, so they are looking very good. And they're doing all this without Melo. And we always see, just a little side note, they're showing the ESPN top 10 from the NBA season. They had to throw in one of J.R. Smith's dunks, and he's always booming the thing. And I think he was doing it over Zaza for the Hawks. You know what I'm talking about? He did that big ass sleeping.
So disrespectful.
I was like, damn, JR, this dude is always ready. But the Thunder in this matchup, for one, the Thunder, first of all, we all know that, Durant and Westbrook and Perkins, they actually have some size now, and more size. And Durant is #1 as far as players of points per game right now, 27.7 points per game. He's beasted right now. I feel like Durant's the chosen one more than, a lot of folks in the league right now, because he is young and he is just getting better and better. He has the frame to really just become a monster on the basketball court. You know what I'm saying? And the Thunder, they actually have some depth now. They got James Harden coming off the bench. They have Nate Robinson coming off the bench. We saw what
nasty Nate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you saw what he could do with the Celtics coming off the bench. I mean, the Thunder, he's really gonna bring some experience and some fire to that Thunder team.
Him and Perkins.
Oh hell yeah, him and Perkins.
He's gotten bigger. It's time.
It is time. So who is yours for the West? Who you got?
My favorite matchup is Dallas and Portland. I love this matchup because this will be Dallas's test, see if they can get out the first round. Because the last couple of years they've been choking and screwing it up in the playoff. So it's time to see if they can get out that first round against a good, exciting team to watch in Portland. They've been dealing with injuries for the past couple of years, but they've been making it happen in these playoffs. So this will be a good little matchup. See what Dirk can do. Jason Terry's been beasting. Not gonna lie, he's been beasting. Gerald Wallace has gotten a kind of the feel of things in Portland now. Marcus Aldridge is a good little matchup. I'll see how him and Dirk go in against each other.
Oh, yeah.
And this will just be a good matchup overall. So I'm gonna love to see that one. Yeah. Also, I like the guard play for Portland for the Blazers. Andre Miller and Wesley Matthews. They really do action. It's gonna be interesting to see how Dallas's guards match up against Portland's guards, because that may be a little bit of a mismatch for Dallas. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. For the East, my favorite matchup for the East is Boston and the Knicks, just because the Knicks are the new team coming in, and they got these big ass upgrades with Chauncey Billups coming in and Melo and Amari and all that stuff. So, by the way, Amari Stoudemire coming off of an ankle injury. Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how he plays, but of course, we're not necessarily doing predictions right now, but I have the Celtics taking the series, even though they lost some size, and we know Shaq won't play too many minutes, of course, and he's kind of done, and but they got they're pretty deep. They got some dudes coming off the bench that's really their biggest asset, for the Celtics' biggest asset right now. They have Glenn Davis coming off the bench, Delonte West, Jeff Green. They got a couple dudes coming off the bench, and besides their loss of size, losing Perkins and stuff, I think the Celtics will pull it out, but it won't be an easy series for the Celtics, I don't think. But
it won't be.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite for the East is Atlanta and Orlando. Atlanta has won 3 out of 4 games in the regular season, and Orlando since that trade with Gilbert and Jason Richardson and all that stuff, they have fell off a little bit to me. So we're going to see how this matchup goes with the Atlanta-Orlando matchup, because last year they swept them. And then the regular season, Atlanta won 3-1. So we'll see how it goes this playoffs and see if Atlanta can pull it out, or see if Orlando will sweep them again. Dwight Howard's been beasting lately. One of my favorite players on Atlanta is Jamal Crawford. He's a very great six-man coming off the bench. Heard how he's been doing his thing. So this is going to be a good little matchup. I believe, no predictions, but I believe Orlando might take this one just because of the
I agree
playoff experience. So
right. So
it's good for the East.
Oh yeah, so those are our picks. Yeah, I really like the way that Orlando Hawks matchup is looking also. And then then the guards are there, Jameer Nielsen and Jason Richardson. That's gonna be it'll be interesting to see how. And I know old dude coming off who tends to come off the bench for Orlando. I'm stumbling with the name right now.
Ryan Anderson.
Not Brian Anderson, but not Ryan Anderson.
Not JJ.
JJ Redick.
JJ.
Now is he? Now I'm not certain if he's injured for these playoffs or not right now. We'll have to look that up.
But if he plays, he'll be. I do pretty good because he did good last year.
Yeah, he was very good in the playoffs.
I have a feeling that Gilbert will step up one of these games or a couple of games in these playoffs coming up.
Yep.
Because he was a star in Washington, Eastern, and so he comes off the bench also in Orlando. So we'll see how this goes off. The guy Ryan Anderson though, he's pretty solid 3-point shooter for Orlando. So that's why I think they're gonna take this one.
Actually saw a tweet from old boy Coach, and he said if Orlando beats the Hawks, that Orlando is going to go all the way to the finals. That's an interesting statement. I mean, with all the teams we got in the East, I mean, we'll see what happens. So let us know your favorite matchups and anything you might think of the 2011 first round playoff matchups. Make sure to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. We got more playoff action on the way. May do a couple comment response videos and who knows? We're getting edgy here in IBSports. This is IBSports. I'm BJ Griffin. This is Rel Gibson, and we're signing off.